I have to laugh. I was sitting here and my redneck tripod was about here, and much to my embarrassment, my camera was not recording. You know, I gave a nice speech, and then when I stand up, I find out that the camera was not on. Now that's embarrassing. You know, here. You know, here you are talking about growing things, and then you find out that the camera ain't even on. You know, it's at least worth a laugh. I mean, I have to laugh at it. I mean, it's a simple mistake. Anyone could make it. I mean, I'm certain you've all made that mistake at one point in your life, at some point in your life, where you're sitting down and you're on and on about some topic that excites you, only to realize that you didn't even record the thing. You know. Basically, when it comes to your garden, treat it like you would your dinner plate. Basically, you know, if, for instance, you don't like tomatoes and you don't want to put those on your plate, don't put them in the garden. Don't grow them in your garden. If you don't like onions, don't grow them in your garden. If you don't like peppers, don't grow them in your garden. And all that sort of stuff, you know. I mean, if there's something you don't like, don't grow it in your garden. Now, when it comes to my garden, I mean, it's a little late in the season. It's the middle of July. July 14th right now. A lot of places I go to that would otherwise have vegetables, a lot of them, you know, all that's left are the stuff that hasn't been sold. You know, technically that's all the time, but you know, at this point of the year, they're getting to the point where the stuff they don't sell, they're tossing. You know. Few places I've been to have already gotten rid of most of what they didn't sell, you know, and what they don't have, and stuff that they have yet to toss out or still haven't sold, are things that I don't necessarily like. You know, I mean, there's like tomatoes. I'm not a fan of tomatoes. I mean, I suppose I'd eat them if I had no choice, but when you got a choice, you'd rather have the things you like. You know? Now, with this garden, I'll probably end up being put in a position where, in order to use up the space, I'm quite literally gonna have to put flowers in here. You know, and with any, I mean, needless to say, I look at this as a learning experience, both in terms of making videos and in terms of gardening, because I got this garden, you know, set up last Saturday. You know, I mean, after I got all the weeds knocked down, all the dirt shoved in, and this dirt is a mixture of I mean, this stuff here is just potting soil, which is a mixture of I got some red thingies, I got some white thingies. You know, I mean, and you know, it's vermiculite and perlite and rest is like a mixture of a garden soil. You know, I mean, it's got pieces of wood chips, from what I can tell, cow manure, dehydrated, potting soil, which again has more perlite, and all that sort of stuff. You know, and then I topped it all off with hay. You know, basically there's a lot of cheap stuff with a lot of more cheap stuff. Basically, I'm surprised I didn't throw in topsoil. Although, I mean, the way the garden is, I mean, there is some dehydrated goat manure down there in the bottom, and okay, note to self, I'm going to take care of that right now. There we are. And just removed some burdock. And I see I'm going to need to get out my clippers. I see. Wish I knew when that fell. You need to do some trimming on some of these more crowded raspberry canes. I just might trim them in the fall, you know. Well, one bit of good news. He's going to help me out. These things soaked up a lot of nutrients, a lot of water, you know, a lot of stuff. Hopefully, they're not too infested with pests and all that sort of stuff. I mean, I'm going to probably have to do a little bit of research. What these things are closely related to, so that I can avoid their domestic cousins, you know. I mean, this is burdock, you know, I mean, get some good sized leaves. Okay, it's got some sticky sap. Basically, well, I think what I'm just going to do is just throw it out here in the yard and then mow it up. Nothing else. I just cleared out that weed. And now, I might be able to make a little bit of headway if I decide to do some pruning, you know. You know, remove plants that are no good and plants that are dead. That sort of stuff. Probably would have been easier if I see another one. If I, well, I guess if I might end up having to do a little bit of weeding this weekend. I mean, there's a number of weeds in here. Who knows, I might make a video of me weeding. You know, I mean, there's some hostas in there, and there's a few other, I think there's a few other flowers in here that are currently being held hostage to these weeds. Let's see if this might have a couple of, let's see, got some worms in here, but let's see if I got might have one that's right. I got a bee buzzing around near me. Pizza and rice. Make sure you now, that was not what I wanted to film. I'm going to give you a straight up piece of advice. After handling burdock, make sure you wash your hands. Because that made that poor yellow raspberry. That yellow raspberry did not deserve that, okay? It deserved to be eaten, deserved to be enjoyed. In fact, let's go wash hands right now. You know, you might want to try to take two at that. You know? I'd end up even have to brush my teeth. Or something. Give me a moment, guys. Oh. I'm sorry you had to witness or hear any of that. You know, like I said, that yellow raspberry did not deserve that treatment. It did not deserve me spitting it out, and great! I got a Japanese invasion going on. Happens every summer. Looks like my great uncle mowed the field. Let's try one of these. Hey, you guys, get out of there! Out of there! You know, maybe I need a little something. Looks like the damage was relatively recent. Yeah. That'll cleanse the palate. I'm gonna try one of my poor men. Only got a few of them that, you know, that came off easy. Looks okay. Tastes good. Hinamaki looks okay. Well, that's good. Nothing else cleared my tongue of the burdock. Need to keep an eye on my blueberries here. Noticed a few of them have been getting ripe, and I'm fairly certain the birds have been beating me to them, one way or another. That are Japanese beetles, they are. You know, these things have been turning blue on me. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to grab one of them. Preferably before birds do. Not that I blame them, guys. I mean, these things taste. I mean, a good blueberry tastes real good. My one neighbor's out on his four-wheeler. Probably could have waited a little bit on that one. Yep. Could have waited a little bit, but tasted alright. A lot better than Burdock, that's for sure. Yeah, just one of my neighbors out on the four-wheeler. Let's try this again. Taste, test, compares. His is a red. It's a Killarney. It's a little bit tart. Yeah, I mean, see here. One of these yellows. It's pretty good. It's got a mellow taste, I mean. Very mellow. Japanese beetles. I mean, if you got issues when it comes to tart stuff, these are pretty good. You know, I mean, and this is our thing that you can really enjoy these. So, looks like a blade doing my gladiolas, so. Well, I might have, and more of them are coming up. That's good. Now I got a few. I got a few more. I'm going to be putting in the ground. Although where, I'm not quite sure. I mean, I got daffodils and tulips. I'll log in here. As well as crocuses. I might be able to put some in here. I might be able to put a few more over in here. And of course some of them are coming up. Like they should. Roses are doing pretty good. Now I got some suckers that are kind of growing out of my row. Some of them I'm going to unfortunately have to mow over. Or alternatively, I could give them to a friend. Now there's an annoyance. Actually, no, that's okay. Not that I didn't lose another strawberry yet. Let me see here. Okay, got some people checking on the one field. Shortcake getting closer and closer. As is most everything else back here. Hope that these come back. Let's see here, elderberry. Don't know about the elderberry too much. I think birds or something's been getting at these black raspberry here. Well, I better, well, this is Western New York. Subscribe if you like this, post comments, hit the like button, and all that sort of stuff. So, let's see, in summary, this video is basically, it's, treat your garden like you would your dinner plate, and avoid the burdock. Well, see you around. Bye.